Okay, so one of the new things here at UK Handfest this year is there's more of an innovation centre and things going on for people to try, etc. So I'm here with Alex, and Alex is here to promoting Morse Code. So Alex, first off, introduce yourself and your call sign.
So my name's Alex Johansson. I currently don't have a call sign, but I'm looking at getting my foundation in the next couple of months. And this project is Morse, which is a game that teaches you Morse code.
Okay, well first off I'm going to tell you now, you'll be fine, you're grand. If you can do Morse code in this game, you're going to be fine for your foundation. Don't panic. If I can pass it, anyone can. So trust me, you'll be okay. So we've got Morse code here. We were talking to the maker guys yesterday about what they're doing with the 3D printing, etc. But this obviously is a great way of interactively getting people interested in Morse and what they're doing. So exactly what is the game that Edmund's playing here?
So Morse is a game that teaches you kind of the language of Morse code, and with that you're using dots and dashes to move around a grid. If you've ever played the game Battleships as a board game, it's similar to that. You've got a variety of words and numbers that you've got to enter, and by doing that you move around the grid and you use those to blow up ships that are advancing from the dark. And it's relatively simple to control, particularly if you have an understanding of Morse code. And I'm really glad to be showing it at the show. It's set up currently with a straight key and a paddle, so you can pick and choose which way you want to control it.
Yeah. Okay, and you're playing against the computer, I take it, on this one here. But could it technically also be a two-player game and play with a friend?
So that's definitely one of the things post-launch to consider implementing. I want to do a cooperative mode where you're kind of working together, but I've had a lot of people with me alluding to Battleships to be like, can we compete against each other, which we'll see if I get to that mode at some point.
Fantastic. So, we're also going to do a YouTube video, guys, as well, so you can have a look at the actual screen that we're looking at here. But in essence, Edmund's he's listening to code that's coming in. He's putting his dits and his dars along the line here, his dots and dashes, and then he's launching a missile at the ship. That'd be a correct way of paraphrasing what's going on here?
Yeah. So basically, you've got a grid where there's the ships that are kind of not visible traveling across it. When you shoot artillery on the grid, similar to like the game Battleships, it'll kind of reveal what enemies are in the area, and then that you use that where they are to zero in and blow them up. So you'll enter something like E2 or V1 or something like that to, but with Morse code to move around the grid.
Yeah. And how many words a minute does this operate at, or can it be set individual to each player's ability?
Yes, so it can be, I've got a bunch of kind of calibrated settings, so I really wanted to kind of add all that granular control to this. You can control things like the words per minute, you can change between straight, iambic and side swiper, different telegraph keys, It's and I've even had people come along and plug in their own telegraph keys to play the game with, which has been really fun to watch.
Fantastic. So how many words a minute is Edmund set up here for at the moment?
That's a great question. We've got the Morse competency exam across the way, so possibly could go give that a go afterwards.
So Edmund, if we can break your concentration to a second, how many words per minute do you think you're operating at?
Not enough. It's because we're not doing words, just letters. It would be very hard to say.
Yeah. So, and how are you finding the usability in terms of usability versus accuracy and that sort of thing?
Well, it feels a bit different because this key here is a traditional up and down key, whereas I'm more used to using iambic keys like the ones over that side of the picture. But I'm adjusting slowly but surely. Yes, it's good fun, this. I'm not sure I'm doing it right, but it's good fun.
You're on wave 3, so you're doing well so far. The other thing to mention with the setup is I've implemented an LED rope, which is going up one of the pillars of the venue, which is displaying the dots and dashes that are being outputted from the game.
Yep. And from a scalability point of view, is this something that is intended that clubs, etc., could use to help, say, their members be trained, etc.? And I suppose what hardware would that need to run on if that was the case?
So, as part of the project, I don't want this game to be the end point for people's engagement with Morse code. If anything, I want the opposite. That in the manual, I've included a bunch of links to things like international clubs or getting involved with parks on the air or things like that. The game can be played with just a mouse or a keyboard, but I have done a tutorial on like how to build your own telegraph out of a pair of nail clippers and an old broken mouse. I'd love to. Obviously it's been fantastic to be kind of guests of the RSGB for this event, and definitely interested in exploring like how it could be used to get people involved in Morse code and more broadly ham radio.
Yeah. So just on the hardware side, is it Windows, Mac, Linux, Raspberry Pi? I mean, what sort of hardware do you need to set this up?
So currently, for the initial launch, I'm just going to be doing Windows, but eventually I'm going to kind of move out to kind of cover the other platforms as well. Probably would be kind of Windows, Mac, and Linux to start with, and then probably from there look at doing mobile. But we'll see how we'll see how Windows does first.
Exactly. And if a club was interested in finding out more about the project, how would they get in touch with yourself?
If you search online for ALJO Games, you should be able to find, and then the phrase Morse game, you should be able to find me on there. Feel free to get in touch. I'm more than happy to kind of, for people to have this as an option to get people interested in Morse code and hopefully improve your Morse code skills. Yeah,
fantastic. So, you know where to get a hold of Alex to find out more about the game. Certainly, Edmund's very, very enthralled by it and certainly concentrating very, very hard. You might have trouble here. We might have to physically lift him away for this now. He's certainly enjoying himself as sorting. I think it's fantastic. We've started to develop the UK Handfest now to actually have something that people can do rather than just look at things. And it's I know your stand's been very busy over the last day or so. I mean, yesterday we tried to catch you a couple of times. You were really busy, so obviously a lot of interest by people in this, and we wish you all the best and success with this.
Thank you so much.
Pops, cool, thanks.